here. The Bano City Buckaroos, I think, have a lot to. They've got a lot to show us here. They had a really nice performance last week because they got like a Misfortune comp, and so we have to see if Targon's willing to leave up Misfortune again and play into it, and if there's a way that they can beat that comp, or if they'll just decide to ban it away and force Vandal City to win on something else. So, not quite sure what they will choose to do here, but it looks like Alawi and Rel bans coming through for Targon already. And an Ezreal ban, definitely one of Crispy's more impressive champions. He's looked really good on the Ezreal. Malzahar ban here for Targon. Now that seems like a strategy-specific target ban. Very interested to see, to kind of hear about that as the match moves forward. But yeah, guys, I need a water. I need a sip of my fresh Dr. Pepper. Gather myself. So Targon is going to leave Misfortune up. Banning out the Ahri. I think... Why ban out Ahri when Minty plays Ahri? I don't know. I'm very confused right now. I think that Ahri should have been a Misfortune. And I think that Malzahar should have been an Ahri ban. But you know what? I don't know what's going on. So Belkov's ban. Showing Oreganon the respect that he deserves. We will get no Void Terror. And Chaffle's Shen is up on the table. Not sure if it's blind pickable, first pickable, but they decide it is. And we're going to get to see the first game of Chaffle's on the Shen this season. Targon Titans instantly locked that one in. First pick here in the draft. What will the Buckaroos answer with? I mean, this is Shen does decent in most matchups, but he does struggle in several others. And I think that, if Matt picks something aggressive here, they're down limited time, so they will select Set, which is an interesting counter into Shen. Yeah, I think that the Shen W can block a lot of the damage. Both of them having defensive W's. I like it through. It's an interesting look. I still think that Vandal City should pick up the Misfortune here early on in the draft, but yes, and they will. They do wait until the timer drops down to almost nothing, but they do pick it up. So Set Misfortune selected here. Exciting. Honestly, this is yeah, I'm not sure what you guys think, but this is really exciting to see another Misfortune game. And Nyla is selected. Nyla Taric, this is so cancerous. Oh, I thought that we were done with Taric. I thought the days of Taric were over. I am not happy about this. Oh my goodness. Dude, yeah, that's insane. Clone, we'll do it after draft, okay? So we'll wait till the draft and then we'll do Gambit after draft. Dude, Nyla Taric is so nasty. They don't select the support here. Instead, they will select the Xin Zhao. Gemsy looked great on it last week. Targon already won the draft. Nyla Taric is strong. Shen is a great champion, but I'm pretty worried here what their mid jungle is going to be, if I'm being honest. And it looks like they are going to leave mid lane counter pick for Cerelius, which is something that while he was a member of Oasis, we kind of didn't play as much around. We played much more around top lane counter picks. So now that he's on the Buckaroos, he's got a chance here to actually make an impact with that champion pool. They flashed the potential Lux ban, but then decided to ban Udyr instead. A wise, I think a wise choice. There is still the Pantheon, but honestly, Skarner, Udyr are far and away Aztec's two premier champions. The Galio ban Galio kind of doing a lot of the same things that Shen does. Fairly defensive pick, can do a lot of things in lane, and show up to the team fights with a click of a button. Syndra ban out here. So there is still a Lux option on the table. I do think that this is going to be a set top. I will go ahead and play... Yeah. Okay, so Thresh is locked in here. I was going to say, I will play Devil's Advocate and say this could be Misfortune set bot lane, but now that we see the Thresh, we know that it's Thresh support. Honestly, I hope Dan is able to pilot it better than I did last game. It's pretty tough into Taric. It's not easy into Braum, it's not easy into Taric, so I definitely think that picking Thresh into Taric is an interesting move here. Shyvana selected for the Targon Titans as Aztec picks up the Dragon Lady, Dragonkin. So this is going to be a couple LCC first. This is definitely an LCC first Nyla. We have not seen very many Shyvanas. I'm thinking back and I'm not sure we've actually seen any. And Karma is selected. This looks like it's going to be a Karma mid. So we have a Karma, Taric, Shen. This is very much a Protect the Puppy, Protect the Uzi comp. Piloted by Starhorn Royal Club in Season 3. And 12 years later, we get to see it with a whole list of new champions. Really, they're all old champs except for Nyla. Orianna is the selection here. Orianna pairs very nicely with both Xin Zhao and Misfortune here. Okay, here we go. We're in a game. Okay, now let's look at what they're gonna start with in terms of defense. It looks like they are just gonna go 5-point defense.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
No non-standard items coming in. Nice little Monster Q from Minty, landing onto Cerelius, and that actually is gonna force an early back. So they could use that to go and take some vision, but instead they're just gonna chill out, take a second, you know, take a breather, sip on their Dr. Pepper a little bit, you know. Misfortune and Orianna have the burst to kill Taric during ult cast. Excited to see if they can catch that. Yeah, it is going to be about that window. They need to obviously save their cooldowns around it, right? So definitely is going to be a comprehension check here in the middle of the team fights when it starts to get hectic. This is Oregon's first showing on it, and also Dan's first showing on Thresh. So we've got to see if they have the the competency here, the champion proficiency to do it. I'm excited to see the dragon fly into ganks this game. Yeah, I guess we'll have to watch as both are going to start on red side, which means that we're going to see some cross map jungling here. And Cerelius already with several nice command attacks landing onto Minty. Yeah, so a nice early start in the lane phase here. Let's go ahead, let's check top lane really quick. Ooh, Chaffles with a nice Q trade onto map, but the crit W area is going to land from the Haymaker. So, oh, and there's the pull in here. Chaffles going for a bit of a trade, but Matt happy to trade back. So, both down pretty low on health here. Looks like our laners are starting to test each other out a bit. Look for weaknesses. As Minty is going to shield up and walk in and win a commanding auto trade. We do see Aztec is already significantly far ahead in his jungle clear. He's already on the other side. As Matt is going to look for the kill here, Chapples has to taunt out, and that is going to mean that for the next, I think it's about an 18-second cooldown, he's going to be on the defensive as he gets his pot chugging. He's going to have to really focus on this farm under tower here. But Dan with a beautiful hook onto Crispy. The flash from Oregano does not land. They all out. It's a flash forward. The Ignite goes down onto Crispy. The Ignite will tick, but it's not going to be enough as Oregano was unable to land the stun. The follow-up stun lands through. It's onto both. The flash forward from Crispy. The barrier there. And it's first blood as Crispy picks up the kill. Dan lands a secondary hook, but ends up flashing out. So it's a 1-for-1. Both ADs are down in a crazy all-out brawl with a couple of misplays here and there. Barriers up for Miso on that one. I'm not sure he would have lived through it, but wow, what a crazy all-out. And Cerelius could definitely be in trouble here as the W is going to land for Minty, so the tether will stick him there. So 1-for-1, it's like at the end of all of that, it's even, right? We're stable again. That was such, like, I didn't really see that angle in from Crispy, but then he missed that Q and it was like just like when that was so close. And then Oregano had the stun set up and he tried to flash it in. Gemsy's here though on the gank trying to kill Minty. He's gonna flash in, but he is under tower. The tether will come down and he will root him outside of tower range. So it's actually jungler flash and Minty's able to save his summoner spells. So a great turn of events here for Minty. Chaffles gets the W shield down, and the taunt comes through, but he definitely loses that trade, and Matt is going to try to even up on CS here. It's already... what's happening here? I have a pause. But it's not a pause. So, Chaffles is up on CS here. Matt has already expended his teleport, so he's definitely trying to pressure as much as he can. But, I mean, this situation top could be good for Chaffles. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm just, like, stuck here. The situation definitely could be good for Chaffles because he can get a reset here and then he'll have the health advantage after the teleport. So he just needs to kind of survive this portion of the lane, but it looks like Matt's going to try and shove it in, so. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we're back. Might have to close spectator and come back in. It happened last game. Okay, that's definitely something good to know. So let's watch that. We'll have to kind of watch that happen. Hopefully it's not too big a deal. Okay, things back to it. Chaffles does exactly what I said he would. He went Crystalline Bracer first item. Another nice hook through the wave, but Crispy's going to go in. The dash just missing on the stun here. They definitely do not have vision of Aztec, so Aztec is in. A nice flay from Dan, and he has landed a couple huge hooks early in this lane phase. Chaffles now going for the taunt, just misses the taunt as Matt is going to hit a nice little sidestep there. Gets him with a pull in. He is charging up that W shield, but Gemsy is here to try and capitalize on this. Another critical hit there. Gemsy with a nice dash forward from his strike. The 3-talent knockup is going to land, and the taunt through. I think Chaffles might be able to get out. Flash forward in from Matt, and he will pick up the kill as Gemsy kills Chaffles under tower, and a nice coordinated play from the Buckaroos coming out topside. And honestly, that's right after teleport too. So very punishing play here from Gemsy and Matt as Dan lands his third hook already in less than 6 minutes. Looking really good here on the Thresh. Yeah, they were committed to that play. I thought Chaffles was out. I think he thought he was out too. He didn't burn flash or anything, so ends up getting punished for trying to be conservative, trying to hold on to that summoner spell. But yeah, they end up punishing him for it. And Miso, another double up here. This is just, it's, when you're comfortable with Misfortune, you're just looking for these double up angles. Crispy and Oregano looking again. They, with the XP advantage in this lane, They really want to be fighting like these pre-6 fights like this. Again, they're gonna hit 6 early. So Chaffles, oh, gorgeous double taunt through, but the showstopper will come in as Chaffles is brought forward. It won't matter though, as Gemsy is brought down. Gemsy's already dead. Matt is there, but that's everything he's had. Shockwave will come through. It's only on a 1 as Aztec with a gorgeous backstep here. Chaffles, the taunt should come up in just a matter of seconds, but they decide to call off, and the play is out. They've already killed one of the Buckaroos. It's 2-2. Chaffles flash taunt onto both. They're going onto Matt. Matt with the W forward is onto Chaffles, and they do kill Chaffles, and that's the feats of warfare going over to the Buckaroos as Matt and Cerelius will fight in the 2 versus 3. Minty, Cerelius battling it out 1 versus 1 at this point, but the shield comes through and Minty will escape with his life. A flash forward, a command attack, one more auto. It's another kill for the Buckaroos as they go up 5-3. Okay, that play was absolutely insane for the Buckaroos, but more specifically for Cerelius. 3-0 here at this point. He's up 20 plus CS already at this point in the game. About to be 30. Yeah, 28 CS at 7.5 minutes and 3-0. This is huge for the Cerelius carry angle. That was such a big play for the Buckaroos. Dan just missing a hook there. Nice little blue suede shoe sidestep from the Crispy. Yeah, Targon needs to stabilize here. They definitely looked that it was not a bad angle. I liked the taunt onto both angle, but it was just when he had to flash and taunt forward, he was too far away, and Minty couldn't contribute any meaningful damage when it mattered most. Matt lived for so long as another engage here. Minty will barrier flash out. Dan is trying to buy some space. Miso does have level 6. The hook through the uprights will miss. And it looks like that engage bot will not work. That was Crispy's flash, by the way, as they hit level 6. I believe that was flash ulti from Crispy being counter flashed out from Miso. Cerelius be ballin' now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that's my bad. Alright, Chaffle's continuing to get pushed in here. Yeah, I think Gemsy, I mean, this is another week where Gemsy's gotten Xin and he looks so comfortable on the pick. Alright, up to 9 minutes in here. If we take a look at the objectives, it's 1 dragon for 3 grubs, so it's 1-1 on the objective so far. Vandal City does have the feats of warfare, not the feats of strength buff, but just the kill part, the feats of warfare part. As it's going to be committed in here, all this damage going down, and straight up a misjudgment on how much damage that 3-0 Luden's Orianna could do, and Orianna will gladly collect one more. That's 4-0 before 10 minutes. Cerelius is on a mission this game. Matt really trying to push the damage as far as he can, but Chaffle's kind of trying to trade with Q. That additional Q shield really making full use of his kit to look for these trades onto set. Yeah, at this point, neither of these top laners have a kill. They're a little bit down in CS compared to the rest of the map, but they're definitely going to be looking to continue to fight it out. You know that Matt is going to want to try and find these fight angles. There's a nice taunt. Brings Matt under tower. He will have to W shield that turret damage, but because he does it, he takes one more shot. Chaffle's no flash will not be able to capitalize on that, and so this will force the teleport out of Matt, and Chaffles buys himself a respite. Aztec on another lane gank here, sitting in the alcove, but Gemsy sniffs it out. He does look bot side. Yeah, he's in here onto the dragon. They have vision. Targon can see this play, so you see that they're committed to making a play onto Miso and Dan here. Dan is going to be looking for a hook. Crispy trying to bait it out. Aztec doesn't have all the patience that would be required, so they will see Aztec roam over here, and this could be a 4 versus 4 team fight as Matt will cancel the back of Chaffles. Chaffles has teleport and ultimate, so I think that Targon's very comfortable taking this fight because they do have the Shen ultimate for the fight. And then they can always teleport him back top lane. You can see he's sitting in base, ready to come to the fight. He is going to commit his teleport top lane. And that means that, yeah, Vandal City, despite having the lead, decided that they did not feel comfortable taking that fight. Matt ults out from under tower there, so that's no ulti on set, and no teleport is equal on both of these. Chaffles doesn't have flash, so there could be an angle as Gemsy does look to come topside. Let's take a look at the scores here. I've had these away for quite a while. Yeah, CSing, Gemsy really able to keep up with the Shyvana at this point in the game. 2 dragons for Shyvana as Tanta's going to come through. Gemsy is here, though, to try and capitalize on this, but they need to try and get some damage out as Flash will come out of Chaffles. The pull-through not quite able to land from Matt, and so Chaffles is able to flash and escape that gank. And now Aztec is here on the counter gank. This is the first dragon of the game so far. We have it. He's still not going to... still not going to use it. Going to hold on to that big transformation. This will be the 3rd grub, so this will be 3rd objective. This would be a really nice chance for Targon to try and get some pressure. Gemsy is here, they need to just get 1, and they will steal 1 here as a shockwave comes through, but a beautiful Shen ulti onto the right target, forces flash into Gemsy. Gemsy not messing around though, after that objective steal, he is just going to flash out, and so because of that, they're able to keep objectives on the table for the Buckaroos. Yeah, Oreganon forced. I'm not sure where the Oreganon all those abilities went. Maybe he was mid there, or sorry, maybe he was in that fight. But Dan staying with his AD carry in bot lane means that they're going to be able to get a plate here. And Aztec is trying to make the most of this fight. It is on a ward. A nice hook is going to land onto Crispy. Quite a bit of damage is going down, but Crispy is going to ult down onto it. Ultimately has to flash out as both ADs are going to flash again. Basically, ultimates and flash on cooldown here at the same time. This is an interesting Matt angle. I'm not sure if this is a kill angle. A lot of damage will come through. Chaffles is definitely one shot. Matt has no flash here, but I'm not sure how Chaffles is going to escape. We need to look top lane to see how this is going to happen. He will just outmaneuver and walk out despite having almost no HP. This is definitely an interesting angle for Matt, but they burn him down before his shield is able to come up. And the kill goes over to Aztec. There's 4-6 now in kills. Still about a 2k gold lead for the Buckaroos. But Targon starting to try and stabilize. And this is one of the games where Matt has had... he still has a lead, but this is one of his lowest leads. And when we check the gold, yeah, it's only about 300 at this point in the game. So Chaffle's really done his job in terms of actually, mitigating statistically the best laning, honestly, statistically the best laner in the LCC. So great job from Targon to come here with a strategy today. Yeah, incredible bait from Chaffles. I agree with you, TJ. TJ, I hope you're feeling better on a side note. But yeah, let's get back into the game here. Dan with a lot of wards going down. Hook is just going to swing right by. Again, that's one of those that, you're just looking for the Q damage. You don't want to take it. So Chaffles now with a level up on Matt. This is kind of Matt's last chance to actually do something, but he still doesn't have a completed item here 15 minutes in. And this is honestly not a great angle for Set at this point. You really want to get your items completed so you can be, doing some damage. But Cerelius solo shoves in his face first tower, and that will be feats of strength going over to the Buckaroos. So the fact that Gemsy was able to stop the dragon, stop the grub, that was just kind of the cherry on top. They end up not going for it through objectives anyways. They get that first tower, so... Check the gold lead mid, actually. Holy... 2,400 gold in mid. That's actually more than the entire game. So the rest of his team is losing, but he is making up for it, and he has such a big gold lead that his team is up about 2k gold. Chaffle's now happy to take these short little trades, able to stack his stack his Heartsteel already. Yeah, he's definitely content to fight into Set at this point. He's tanky enough. He knows that he can survive. He just needs to not not die anymore. But I'm not sure. I don't think either of them have died solo. It's all been a lot of jungle play, been a lot of objective play so far, as we see the preparation for the third dragon going down. And it does make sense. Shyvana's team wants to stack dragons. So let's take a look here. as they prepare for this one. All right, vision lines are drawn a bit. Neither team has very deep vision, but a nice hook will land onto a Reganin. Minty with a Mantra Q onto Cerelius. That's a decent little chunk of damage, as Aztec is going to ult onto the Dragon. So an interesting choice here. Dan is going to just walk in. The hook is going to land. Shockwave onto only one. Crispy gets in onto Cerelius. There's no Shockwave, but look at Miso. But a gorgeous, gorgeous denial is going to come out. And so this will be multiple kills as a flash from a Reganin secures a second of the match. And this is going to be a third kill as Gemsy eventually should go down. So it's a 3 for none. And the Targon Titans are, they just timed it so well. A Reganin with a great denial there. Great plays coming out of the Targon Titans. Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely something they'll want to take a look at, in the future is that team fight into Taric ult. But at some point, you just have got to start pulling the bullet. I think the Shockwave onto only one is something that they'll take a look at as well. And Miso did get that ultimate off, and it did. The Taric ulti just came across and honestly saved the team. So not bad plays from the Buckaroos, but something that they can maybe improve on is getting a couple more together in order to wombo combo their Orianna and their Misfortune ultis. That is 3 dragons for Shyvana. So and that does kind of start to even out the gold lead. Hard to really evaluate gold leads honestly in this day and age with the way that the objectives work and feats of strength work and Otacon. There's so many hidden things other than gold that are out there. Yeah, I mean, you can assign a gold value to things, right? But it is kind of difficult to just fully understand. But Cerelius on a split push here decides the call is to not fight, and so he is going to back up here a good bit. The rest of his team is not on the same page there. They're definitely looking here. Crispy's going to go in, land onto Dan and Miso. The Dragon ulti across, but Gemsy crescent guards to get his team to safety. So Dan will get out at the end of the day. Minty and Chaffles are topside chasing down Matt, and Matt will drop. So that's Matt's third death of the match. 0, 3, and 0 so far. The Miso ultimate overall, but the Chaffles with a huge taunt over the wall. A nice shockwave onto 2 as Gemsy tries to go onto Chaffles' 3 talent strike, but he hits the ward just as the lantern expires, and it's a double kill for Chaffles to bring him to even on the evening. And that ends up being 3 kills and the objective for the Targon Titans, and what a swing there. I mean, honestly, that was a huge one. I think Targon's really going to like the way that they team fought there. Really going to like the way that they played that out. Yeah, at this point, Cerelius starting 4-0, dying in that team fight at that third dragon. Now 4-1 here, still a big lead. But yeah, this is the point of the game where these big team fights really matter. As, ooh, Crispy went for it. He still had barrier, he still had flash, he went for it without ulti. And Cerelius is going to remind him that, yeah, he's pretty fed. And that's another solo bolo for my co-caster and my constant carry, the co-host Cerelius. Alright. Cerelius, accustomed to being in this position, right? Very far ahead while this team is even, right? Or even or behind. So, yeah, that was... I don't mind that look if he presses the rest of his buttons, but no ulti, no barrier. Yeah, that was kind of rough. Matt is going to get taunted down and killed here. A Reganin on another gank, and he's pushing up into these ganks. He's been ganked and killed so many times by not having appropriate deep vision here. Part of that is him pushing up too far. The other part is his team not having the right vision for it. So yeah, he's definitely looking for the angles. The set not looking like it at the moment. Crispy now, with all of his buttons, is going to go for the look. The shockwave lands on a Crispy, and so he will respect flash out as Chaffles ults through. Chaffle's gonna flash for this. He's gonna taunt over the wall. He connects with a taunt from downtown as Crispy flashes in onto him as well. And it's a kill for the Targon Titans. What a play from Chaffles. Holy. We gotta come up with some good Chaffles nicknames. The taunt was blind? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great play. That was exciting. Sorellius is gonna be ruin that one for sure. But yeah, when you're a single threat team at this point in the game, yeah, they can commit a lot onto you to kill that single threat. Shaffles doesn't chase that if it's anybody but Jason. That's fair, but I think it's because it was 5-1 Oriana. I think he doesn't chase that if it's I think he would chase down that 5-1. But this is Soul Dragon coming through. Matt is going to showstopper in, but the taunt comes through. He gets his W off just in time, but it's straight into a full Oreganon Taric team. And the stuns will begin to come through. Miso with a decent ulti angle here, but he just doesn't have the damage on an item and a half, 23 minutes in. Sorelius trying to do what he can. Aztec chasing down the rest of the Buckaroos. Gemsy greeting around for one more, but he will get out on just a fraction of HP. So it ends up being only one, but that is Soul for the Targon Titans. And I think the writing is on the wall here for the Buckaroos. Targon is looking to definitely go up here. And this is going to be, an important moment here. This is a LCC first Nyla, an LCC first Shyvana. But more importantly, this is Miso's first loss on Misfortune, potential loss on Misfortune. So we are only 23 minutes in. We are relatively clean and even on gold. If the Buckaroos can get what they need to get in a team fight, it is still possible. I don't want to say it's Jover, but they are looking at almost a 3k gold deficit and a soul right in the face. So yeah, we'll have to see if they're able to come back from this one. I think Targon just looks so clean. They really do. Minty definitely had a moment in the mid lane there that he'll want back. Crispy had a moment he'll want back. But I mean, Oreganon also in the lane, he'll probably want that moment back. But other than that, for the other 99% of the game, they've looked very clean, and it's definitely enough to get them the current lead that they have at this time. Alright, they're going to continue to push in here. First Baron is going to spawn. They've got a decent sized gold lead. I'm not sure if it's enough to feel confident starting off Baron, but they are going to walk in and they're going to play the vision control game. And Aztec is actually going to say, hey, why don't you guys come and fight us? We dare you. We would love a team fight right now. Oreganon and Crispy separated here. They are going to recombine and get the stun onto Gemsy. Lantern will go down. Baron's already chunked about half. Let's see what happens here. There's really no way for them to get in. The objective's going to be gone before they even know it. Crispy and Oreganon really frontlining well here to defend this objective. Oreganon definitely separated from his team. He's going to look for the stun onto Sorelius. Nice little sidestep from Sorelius. A shockwave through. The ulti will come out from Oreganon, but just Sorelius stunned under tower the whole time. It's 1-for-1 so far, but it's the support for the mid laner as Targon will continue to fight this out. Matt with a nice play there, but he's shown his hand at this point. That was his angle. A double taunt from Chaffles from out of vision, I believe. No, they did have the ward over the wall, but still all the same. A beautiful double taunt to pick up 2 more at the end of a prolonged team fight. And so it's a 3-for-1. They have Baron. They're going to push in. It's at least inhib. Will they look for the end at 26 minutes? Yeah, they're posturing aggressively here. They will look for the end. Alright, let's see what happens here. They're knocking on the first tower. What can Miso and Matt do? 1 tower down. They've only gotten 1 auto off. Matt is going to get rooted here. The flash taunt from Chappels will land. Crispy follows up, and that's 2 instantly dead. And that is going to be the Targon Titans knocking on the Nexus for the Buckaroos. Aztec flies over the Nexus. The Buckaroos can do nothing as the Titans will explode the Nexus and secure the victory in a much shorter 26, just about 27 minutes. GG's, well played. Yeah, absolutely